The new Mercedes EQE 350 in a class by itself. Think of the all-electric 2023 Mercedes-Benz EQE sedan as a smaller, albeit similarly distinctive, version of the Mercedes EQS. Both models basically represent electrified alternatives to the brand's conventional E-Class and S-Class models. The EQE's slippery bodywork and spacious cabin share styling cues with the larger EQS, and it's available with equally impressive features, including a screen that extends across the full width of the instrument panel called the Hyperscreen. The EQE fills the space between Tesla's compact Model 3 and midsize Model S. The electric Mercedes is expected to have a driving range of over 300 miles, as well as fast charging capabilities that allow it to charge its battery from 10 to 80% in about 30 minutes. The single-motor rear-drive EQE 350 Plus debuts first with 288 horsepower, but the 402 horsepower EQE 500 with dual motors and all-wheel drive will follow. So in this video, we will discuss about the new Mercedes EQE 350. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Driving experience. The base EQE 350 Plus gets a single electric motor, sending 288 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels, which will get it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds, according to Mercedes. Regardless of powertrain, all EQE sedan models use the same 90.6 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The all-wheel drive EQE 350 4MATIC adds a second motor for the front axle, but horsepower remains the same. Torque increases to 564 pound-feet, however, and the 0 to 60 mile per hour time drops to 6 seconds flats. The EQE 500 4MATIC boasts 402 horsepower and 633 pound-feet of torque, which will get it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a claimed 4.5 seconds. These figures are respectable, but not earth-shaking. The BMW i4 M50 can do 0 to 60 miles per hour in a claimed 3.7 seconds, for example. The AMG performance version of the EQE is slated to get up to 677 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque, with the optional AMG Dynamic Plus package, dropping the 0 to 60 mile per hour time to 3.2 seconds and enabling a 149 mile per hour top speed. Non-AMG models are limited to 130 miles per hour. But even that doesn't match the quickest versions of the Tesla Model S and Lucid Air. While it might not be able to win a drag race against a Tesla, the acceleration of our EQE 350 4MATIC test car seemed more than adequate for regular driving. And as was in the EQS, Mercedes mixed some sci-fi sound effects that make pulling away from a stoplight seem like you're engaging warp drive. The EQE can be equipped with air suspension and rear axle steering, the latter able to turn the rear wheels 4.5 degrees or 10 degrees depending on the model and tire size. These features carry over from the larger EQS sedan, and like that car, the EQE felt impressively planted and stable when cornering. The EQE's shorter wheelbase also made it feel nimbler and more lively than its bigger sibling, but the overall driving experience was more chill than overtly sporty EVs like the BMW i4. Like all EVs, the EQE uses regenerative braking to harvest energy while slowing the car. But while some manufacturers use aggressive regeneration to enable one-pedal driving, meaning the driver can largely avoid using the brake pedal, Mercedes dials things back. In our experience, even the strongest regeneration setting didn't allow for one-pedal driving. Owners coming from Mercedes gasoline cars might find this reassuringly familiar, but it probably won't win over EV fans. Range, charging, and safety. Official range ratings for the US market haven't been released yet, but based on the other EQ models, a maximum range of at least 300 miles doesn't seem out of the question. We do know that the base single-motor EQE 350 Plus will be the longest range version, as that's what the Plus signifies in Mercedes nomenclature. The EQE can DC fast charge at up to 170 kilowatts. That's much lower than the 350 kilowatt maximum of the Audi e-tron GT and Porsche Taycan, not to mention the Genesis electrified G80, but still allows for a 10% to 80% charge in 32 minutes, according to Mercedes. Using a 240-volt Level 2 AC charger, the EQE takes 9.5 hours to go from 10 to 100% charge. Fuel economy and real-world MPGe. The EPA hasn't released fuel economy estimates for the EQE yet, but on our 75 mph fuel economy test route, we recorded 67 mpge and a highway range of 260 miles with our EQE 350 Plus test vehicle. For more information about the EQE's fuel economy, visit the EPA's website. Infotainment and connectivity. The highlight of the EQE's infotainment system is the optional Hyperscreen, which measures 56 inches long and consists of 3 separate screens behind a single sweeping pane of glass. It combines a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster screen, a 17.7-inch central touchscreen, and a 12.3-inch screen for the front passenger. Utilizing the latest version of Mercedes' MBUX software, the impressive interface allows the user to access features without having to scroll through menus or use voice commands. Without the Hyperscreen, the EQE's standard infotainment system runs through a 12.3-inch touchscreen. It features a fingerprint scanner that lets users access individual profiles. Also standard is a Burmester sound system and a wireless device charger. Design and interior. The EQE has the same lozenge-like shape as the EQS sedan, which is dictated by aerodynamics. The appeal of the design is up for debate, but the smooth shape reduces aerodynamic drag, which helps improve efficiency and range. Under the skin, the EQE is also based on the same EVA2 architecture as the EQS sedan. But while the two EQ sedans look similar at first glance, the EQE is a bit smaller than its sibling. It's 10.6 inches shorter than the EQS sedan with a 3.5-inch shorter wheelbase. Rear seat passengers might notice the difference, but like its gasoline E-Class counterpart, the EQE is aimed more at drivers than passengers. Its tidier proportions were also a bit more pleasing to our eyes, making the EQE look sleeker than its sibling. Mercedes hasn't published interior measurements, but subjectively the front seats felt quite roomy. Rear seat legroom was decent as well, but like the EQS sedan, the EQE's low roofline can make the back seats feel a bit cramped. The steeply raked windshield also created a visibility problem. It seemed like the windshield pillars were always in the way when turning. The interior follows the same design as the EQS sedan as well, which we don't think is a problem. The design is minimalist while still maintaining functionality with cool details like turbine-like air vents and screens, and control panels that stand proud of the dashboard and door panels. The EQE also gets the same 64-color ambient lighting as other Mercedes models, which gives the interior a Tron-like atmosphere. The only downside is lots of shiny black plastic that creates glare in sunlight. Price. While pricing is yet to be confirmed, the EQE will likely fall within the same price range as those rivals, if for no other reason than that Mercedes needs to keep it below the EQS sedan, which sits above the EQE in the automaker's hierarchy and starts at around $100,000. That also means the EQE will undercut the Tesla Model S, which also has a 6-figure base price, but the forthcoming Lucid Air Pure could give the Mercedes a run for its money if Lucid hits its targets of 406 miles of range and an $87,400 base price. Safety and driver assistance features. Every EQE is equipped with a host of driver assistance technology, and it can be upgraded with an array of even more advanced equipment. The list of options includes a 360-degree camera system, automatic high-beam headlights, and a self-parking feature. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.